Namaskar, hello and welcome to NCRT's special live phone and interactive program webinar. My name is Tanvi Khurana and today is the second day of the 5-day training going on teaching learning through learning management system, that is LMS. And today we are going to talk about introduction to Moodle, interface, account creation and course design. Yesterday we discussed that what exactly is learning management system, policy perspectives, concept and need and its space. So this is what is the topic for today, and if you have any questions related to this, please feel free to get in touch with us. You're watching us live on PM eVidya channel number 6 to channel number 12 and also on our YouTube channel NCERT Official. In the live chat box, you can write down your questions and queries, and we'll be taking those questions towards the end of this program. So we have good 1 hour for this discussion with our expert. Let me introduce our today's expert with all of you. He is Dr. Biju K. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us your time. Sir is an assistant professor from Central University of Tamil Nadu. And like I said, today is the second day of this training. If you have not registered yourself till now, please do that. You can simply visit our website ciet.nic.in and you can access all the information about this online training going on. I'll be giving you this information that who all can participate, and if there's any QR code you can scan and register yourself, and if there's a quiz, then that is on the last day of this training, which is 28th of this January. So you will be given a quiz, and you have to qualify with a certain percentage. If you qualify that, you will be given a participation certificate. So you have to see all those episodes, and till the end you have to wait for the quiz question. So for now, let's begin this introduction to Moodle, and let me ask sir, what exactly is Moodle? What are we going to discuss in this particular session?
Yeah, so it's a great question to ask and answer. Moodle is a learning management system. Yesterday, the participants and observers might have seen the video. The session was talking about what is LMS, a learning management system, and what exactly the policy, new education policy talks about, the importance of using an LMS in order to have the digital education. And yesterday we discussed about what is an LMS, what are all the benefits, what are all the key features. And yesterday I just committed that yes, today we are going to see what exactly Moodle is. So Moodle is a very popular learning management system, and Moodle stands for Modular Object Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment, which was developed by Martin Dogiamas in 2001. Actually, he was a computer scientist who was looking forward how exactly I can work on learning. So he has designed this particular software and has given as an open source software. Now let me show the page from where people can access the details about Moodle. This is the official website of Moodle, moodle.org, and you can see that there are various links given. It talks about getting started easy and downloads, demo, tracker, development, translation and MoodleNet. So those who are trying to know more about Moodle, they can visit this website, and also you can visit this particular page. And you may be thinking what makes Moodle more popular. One of the reasons I would say Moodle has got a detailed documentation page. This documentation page helps anyone to start with using Moodle, maybe in your own desktop or in your laptop or in a mobile app or in a server based. Nothing to worry when you hear something about server. Now, this page you can explore one by one, whichever you are looking for. It gives you everything, having some small short videos, having step-by-step procedure how to go about. Now you may be thinking, how exactly I can use Moodle? Moodle can be downloaded and can be installed in a system. Suppose you are installing any software in a laptop or in a desktop. You know that it allows the user to work with. Now, yesterday we have seen an LMS allows to track the progress of the learners. So, if you want to track the progress, you know that the students need to be connected to your system. So, that is why we use a term called a server, a computer which is connected to different networks. So, for that, the institute may need to have a server, a bigger computer which can serve the remaining number of computers. So, since we need to track the progress, we need to mark the attendance, we need to track their learning plans, learning paths, obviously we need to have a network and we need to have a server. So individually talking, you may find how exactly I can make use of a server. Now, Moodle itself provides you a Moodle cloud. You can go to moodlecloud.com. This is the web page where you can get in once you click moodlecloud.com. Now you can see in the left side of my screen, you can see the Moodle Cloud customer sign-in, and if you have not yet started, you can get it started. And one thing, please keep it in mind, the account what you are creating in Moodle Cloud will give you an access for 45 days. We can use it freely for 45 days. The reason behind that is anyone who is exploring Moodle, within 45 days you can become a master on that. Because Moodle is a learning management system specifically designed for the teaching learning process with a philosophy of social constructionism. There may be teachers, teacher educators and teacher trainees listening to me, then they are very well aware of behaviorism as well as constructivism. Constructivism as an approach, we know that we allow the learners to construct knowledge. The teachers need to provide varieties of opportunities, learning episodes, learning experiences with which the learners can construct. And here, and even you know that there are cognitive constructivism, social constructivism, even now we started talking about critical pedagogy. Maybe similar to that, Moodle follows social constructionism. What exactly the developers say is that once you construct something for others, your learning would be better. They are giving an example. You can read a web page and you may be forgetting the content what you have read, maybe within next 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. And if you think that you are reading and explaining the content to others, you will be remembering that more for better days. So they follow social constructionism. We can construct the learning resources, learning environment, learning materials and share to the students. So those who are looking for creating a Moodle account in the Moodle Cloud, you can visit moodlecloud.com. This is the page that you are going to get. Now, once I click on try for free, let us see what exactly we have been taken to. So it gives you this particular page. Let's get started. If you have already created a Moodle Cloud site, you can give the site name here and whatever password you have set for your site, you can key in the password. And if you don't have an account as of now, what you can do, you can select the second option, create a new account. Once you click on create a new account, it will ask for certain details. Your first name can be key in. You have to give the last name. You have to provide the email, because once the account is being created, the activation will be sent to your mail. So please remember which mail ID you are giving here, and you have to select the country. So for example, I am giving my name here. I am giving the details. So for example, I may give my mail ID and I can select the country. You can see India is there. Now the time zone. Please remember to select the time zone appropriate to you. Why? Because after creating a course, you will be sharing materials, resources, as well as you will set certain activities. When you set activities, there would be some time frame within which the activities need to be completed. So if you select some other time frame, then there would be some problem for the users to access and submit. Right. Then you have to, so I have selected Asia or Kolkata. Then you have to provide a site name. This is almost similar to when you create a new mail ID, mail account, you know that you can just give. For example, I would like to give ICT training, icttraining.moodlecloud.com. This would be the name of the site. So my site name is available right now, and I can provide a strong password having capitals and alphanumerics. So I just give a password, and you can select a region. You need not bother about the region as of now. The Moodle Cloud actually recognize there are 3 regions. One is Ireland, another is Australia, another is United States. So whichever you feel, there is not that much change according to the region. So you need not bother about that. Then you have to agree that I am 18 years and above. Then you can start the free trial. Now when you click on start free trial, this Moodle site will be created and you will be getting an email notification once it is getting created. Now those who are trying right now, when you click on start free trial, you may be getting a message. It seems taking too much time. Wait for 30 minutes. We will be intimating in your mail. So in order to avoid that time delay, I have already clicked for start free trial and I have got the login as well as password. Now I have to give the username which is given in my mail, and I have to provide the password. So I am just entering into the Moodle site which I would create using Moodle Cloud. So I am giving the username and password. I am logging in. So you can see I'll be taken to my new Moodle site. So I have given the username provided. Now you can see I'll be taken to this particular page where this is the Moodle site for me, which I have created. You can see there is the name called my new Moodle site, and you can see there will be the statistics on the users as well as storage. There would be certain limitations on number of users and number of the storage capacity. That you need not bother right now. Then you can see there is a profile and you can upload your profile picture and customize your site. So right now, by default, in this site, I have a course available, which is nothing but Introduction to Moodle. So it is actually a tour for the new registered participant or the new registered admin. You just see how exactly it allows a new user to explore. It's very interesting. Moodle itself has created a sample course for you. So now what we can do, we can keep on exploring if we want to know more about that. So I'm not going to check that right now for you. Now you can see in the course page right now, since it is a free trial, since it is for 45 days, it is being notified your Moodle Cloud free trial will expire on 11th March of 2022. Below to that, you can see your school, English, and next to that you can see there are 3 lines. So if I click on the 3 lines, you just observe what exactly is happening. When I click on the 3 lines, something has moved out. When I click on that, you can see there is a panel, home, dashboard, calendar, private files, content bank, my courses, introduction to Moodle, and you can see site administration. So all these, if we are installing Moodle into our own device, all these we need to set up, or we need to have a technical support. Right now, Moodle has given their cloud server. You need not bother about setting up of the software. Now, as a user, what should I do next? So, we have to create a course. Now, how will I do that? Let us see. So, when I click on home, you can see I am in the home page, which gives the site name, available courses. Right now, there is only one course available, and the teacher, you can see my name. And when I click on dashboard, what exactly it is showing? It is showing the same panel, and you can see in the central portion, there is a course overview. Right now, you remember, I have only one course, which is nothing but Introduction to Moodle. And then down to that, if you have more number of courses, those courses which are recently accessed by you will be listed out. So according to your need, you can navigate, you can open any of the courses. So in the central portion, you have 2 blocks available. One is the course overview. And the course overview, you can see there are certain options available. One, whether you would like to have the entire course overview. Right now, I have only one course. If I have more courses, I can navigate the courses which are in progress, the future courses, the past courses, the start courses, as well as removed from view. So in your dashboard, you can decide which are the courses need to be displayed. So right now, I have selected an option, all courses. Next to that, you can see the ascending order or descending order arrangement. Course name or last accessed. Then next to that, you can see the display option, whether it is a card display, list display. If I click on list, you can see how exactly it has changed. I am clicking on summary. Now you can see it gives the course name and it gives us a very brief summary about the course. So it again depends on how best you would like to present the courses in the home page, so that you can attract the participants. Now I'll just go for the card display. And after that, right to that, you can see online users. So right now, I am the only one who has logged in. And once you have students enrolled into the course, whenever the students are coming online, if you are online, you can see them. That is another advantage. Now, if there are more participants online, then you have an option at the top near to the profile. You can see toggle messaging drawer. You can click on and you can have instant messaging to those who are online. Not only online, even you can send a message to your participant whenever they come live, whenever they log in, they can see the message. So this is another option available in Moodle. Now I just close that. And below to that, you can see there is a timeline. Why timeline is important? We know that as teachers, we may be providing certain assignments, certain tasks to be completed within a stipulated time. Now, whenever you set certain activities with the time frame, you will have those reminders listed in the timeline. Right now, there is no upcoming activities due. If there are certain activities due, you can see here. And below to that, you can see private files. If there are certain private files you are uploading, you can see here in the private file block. So all these white spaces, Moodle terminology, it is blocks. Now, if there are some upcoming events in the sense, if you are maybe setting up a live video conferencing, you may have a live video conferencing, a live event, which will be listed here. And below to that, you can see latest badges. So LMS actually, as we discussed yesterday, allows to monitor the learning progress. So if you make some benchmarks, some checkpoints wherein I need to intervene in the learning plan and I need to motivate them. So maybe after exploring some resource, I can provide them a badge. So those kind of badges will be displayed in this block. And when you come up, you can see there is another option called customize this page. So you can click on that if you want to customize, and you can see there are some plus symbol which allows you to move the blocks. Right now I am just clicking on this plus symbol so that I can move. And for example, if I want to move this admin bookmark to somewhere here, you can see I just moved it. Then the timeline, wherever you can do something. See, the course overview has moved to the down portion. Now I am just clicking on the plus symbol and bringing it to the center. I'm just bringing it and placing it here. So I can move this down. Now if you want to stop customizing, you can click on stop customizing, or if you want to go back to the default page, you can click on reset page to default. Now you can see I've got the earlier page. So this is the interface for anyone who has got a Moodle site. I hope it is clear. You have a panel in the left side, you have a course overview, you have course navigation panel, then the private files, timeline, online courses, calendar, upcoming events. There are various options available. Once you start exploring, you will be able to check it. Now, the next is how do I, so we have created an account, we have seen how exactly the home page look like. Now, how will we start working on this particular home page or this particular Moodle site, which is my own Moodle site? So what can I do? I have something called site administration. I will click on site administration. So we can understand I have joined as an admin. I have joined as an admin. You might have seen I have entered the username as admin. So I have the administrator privilege. Administrator is nothing but who is deciding the different things in a network. So here I am the administrator. I can do different things on this website. So here it says that your site is not yet registered. So before moving ahead in exploring the different options, I would suggest you go for registering your site. How can we do that? Let us look at. Click on register your site. The site is not yet registered. Register your site. Now registration information. You can read all these. I would request all the viewers, please take time to read what it is given in the website. That is one of the skill we need to enhance even among our learners, because most of the time we just look for where I have to do something. You may ignore to read the messages. Right. Now, in order to register your information, what are the possibilities you have? You can change the name. So right now I am changing the name to ICT training. The next option is site listing. Do not list my site. This option may be known to most of my viewers because you might have created YouTube channels. Once you create a channel, you can either list your channel or unlist your channel. So here there are three options: do not list my site, only display my site name, display my site name with the link. So you know the differences. If you are not listing, others cannot access your site. If you are only displaying your site name, only the site name will be available. If you are displaying your site name with the link, by clicking on the link, the others can see your course or see your site. So right now, I say display my site name and the link. And you can provide a small description about this particular site. So I would say this site is for training purpose. Then you can decide the language, the country, and admin email. By default, it will be collecting your mail ID, which we have used to create an account. Then display contact form. No, I don't want to be contacted by the other people. Again, it can be decided by you whether anyone who see the link would be able to contact you. That's what it's up. So if you are willing to do that, yes, provide form for other Moodlers to contact me. So right now I am not allowing it. Now notification of new Moodle releases, you can click yes. Moodle newsletter, you can click yes. These two are not mandatory, it's optional. But the other one, the next one is mandatory: privacy notice and data processing agreement. And I would request, before clicking agreeing this, you please take time to read the privacy notice and data processing agreement. If anything is not acceptable for you, better forget about it. But the privacy and data processing agreement are well structured. There is no harm in terms of your security and safety. So hence I am just clicking that register your site. So it takes big time. So it's still working to register my particular site. Now you can see, thank you for registering your site. Now I can click continue. And if you want to update anything, then you can go to site registration again. You can make the modifications. So right now I have done registering. I'm just clicking continue. So once you click on continue, you can see it again takes you to the same page if you want to update. So the registration is over. Now what are we going to do? We are going to create a course. So let us see how to create a course. So I will come back to site administration. You can see here under my new Moodle site, you can see there is a home/site administration/registration. This is one of the options which I like more because it is the path. It gives you a path where exactly you are, and it allows you for your easy navigation. Suppose if you want to come back to home, I can click on home. If you want to come back to site administration, click on site administration. Now you are there in site administration. Now what are all available under site administration? Please take time to explore. Don't be so specific and selective. Now under site administration, you can see right now the site administration section is active. You have something called notification, registration, Moodle service, feedback setting, advanced learners. Below to that, you can see there is something called competencies. You can set certain competencies for a particular course. You can migrate if you have already developed a competency framework. You can migrate that framework into this particular page. Import competency framework, export competency framework. You can create competency framework, learning plan templates. You can create different learning plans for different learners. Then below to that, you can see there are badges available. You can check the badge settings, manage badges. You can add new badges. You can create your own badges. It's just like our token economy. For some positive behavior, you may give some token or you may give some badges. So you can create your own badges, maybe having your own student photographs, which may become more attractive for them. Then manage backups. Then you can see there is H5P. Some of my viewers may be familiar with what is H5P. H5P is a platform which allows you to make the content very interactive. So H5P is added here. Then it gives you license, location, language, messaging, payment, security, front page, mobile app, MoodleNet. So there are various options under site administration. Next to that, you can see users. As teachers, we can create a course, and in order to run the course, we need users. So we can create the user account, you can deal with the accounts, you can provide certain permissions for the users, you can check the privacy and policies. Then you have another tab called courses. Under the tab courses, you can see courses where you can manage courses and categories, course custom fields, add a category, add a new course, restore course. There are various options. Yesterday I was just mentioning during my talk, cataloging the courses. You can have n number of courses and then can be categorized into different groups. So that is why you can see there is something called add a category. Then you can have activity chooser and backup. So whatever course you are creating, it allows you to take the backup very easily, which a Google Classroom kind of applications are not allowing. Once you create, you cannot take the backup. Here you can have the backup. Once my course was complete, I can take the backup. Maybe next year I would like to run the same course. I can reinstall the same course using this backup file. Then you have something called grades. We can set up the grades. General setting, grade category setting, grade item setting, scales, letters. It can be scale for grading, or you can have the letter grading. Then reporting, grade report, grade history. There are various options. Another is talking about the plugins. Now the term is very familiar to most of my viewers. You may be familiar with extension as well as plugins. So Moodle allows more than, I would say, thousands. There are more number of extra plugins which can be added according to our need. So you can have a plugin overview, then you have activity modules. There are manage activities, common activity setting, assignment setting. Nothing to worry. Each one would be explained in the forthcoming sessions. So I am just taking you to explore what exactly is available in certain tabs. So under plugin, you can see if you want to know more about activity modules. You may remember Moodle as a modular, object-oriented, dynamic learning environment. So everything in Moodle, we use it as small modules. There are various modules in terms of activities as well as resources. So we can get the idea about this. There are then admin tools, antivirus plugin, authentication, availability restrictions, blocking, caching. There are lots. Then you can see the appearance. It talks about how do you need the site to be appeared? Then the themes, you can select certain themes. Then there is an option called server, reports, development. So you can see there are almost 9 different tabs. Site administration, users, courses, grades, plugins, appearance, server, reports, and development. Now, what do we need to do? We need to create a course. So I'm clicking on the course tab. Now you can see, click on add a new course. Under the course section, you can see there is an option called add a new course. I'm clicking on that. So in order to create a course, I have to provide a course full name. So I'm just giving LMS training for teachers. You can see next to the course full name there is a red icon. This is mandatory. We need to provide certain information there. Then what is next? Course short name. I would say LMSTR. And below to that you can see course category. So right now it is, I don't have any category. So therefore it is taking into miscellaneous. Then course visibility. Do you want to keep this course visible in your Moodle page? That is the meaning. So right now I am keeping yes, this course need to be visible. Then you know that there is a course start date and there can be a course end date. As a course designer, you can decide when this course is supposed to start, when this course would be ending. So there is a course start date by default tomorrow. I am just changing it to today. Okay, and I am just enabling the course end date. Now here calculate the end date from the number of sections. I am not selecting that. So I am saying I would like to enable, and by default you can see there are 3 months. Now since this is available till March 11, since it is a free trial, you can see the end date would be less than the last date for my trial. That is why this option, or else you will have 1 year. By default you will have a 1 year time. So here I would just say that 25th February, I'm just running this course for 1 month. So I'm just selecting the start date and end date. Below to that you can see a course ID number, which is not mandatory because you cannot see a red symbol there. Then you can see a course summary. You can just give a brief description about this particular course. So this course is meant for teachers to explore Moodle course creation. I'm just creating this description, and below to that, if you want to add some image to the course, you can add the image by clicking on this arrow mark. Please remember, Moodle is an open source software which follows Creative Commons license. So whichever image you are using, please make sure either they are following Creative Commons license or they are not copyright protected. Right. And below to that, you have a course format. There are different course format available. You can see one is the weekly format. You can have a single activity format, social format, topic format. So I would just select topic format because I follow the unit wise. So in a particular course, I may have 5 units. So I would have different topics which can be converted into unit names. Below to that, how many sections you need? Right now it is 5. Then you can go for appearance. Nothing to do here in order to create a course. file and uploads, you don't bother right now. It is 500 KB maximum upload size. So let it be there. Let it be there. You need not bother while creating a course. That can be taken maybe in an advanced training. So these basic inputs are enough in order to create a course. So right now I have given a course name, course short name, time frame, a small description and a course format. Then let me click on save and return. Now you can see earlier there was only one course, Introduction to Moodle. Now you can see I have created a course called LMS Training for Teachers. Now let me click on that. When I click on that, I am into the course page. So right now, I hope some of you who were following me were able to create a course, and right now you will be in this space where in the left side you can see LMSTR is highlighted, participants, badges, competencies, grades, home, dashboard, different things are listed. Then into the left side, the right side you can see LMS training for teachers. You can see there are 5 topics available right now. You may remember while setting the course, I went to the appearance, course appearance. I have selected topic format, and below to that it was asking how many sections you need. You may remember it was 5. So hence I can see there are 5 topics available. Now with one more point I will stop presenting. You have topics now. What can I do in order to add my resources, my activities to the course page? You can see LMS training for teachers as a heading. Below to that there is a path, and towards the right end you can see there is a turn editing on. If you click on that, you can see now every sections can be edited. Every sections can be edited once you click on turn editing on. And right now I am not taking. Next session will be how to edit and how to add. Don't worry about it. So I have just clicked on turn editing on off. I switched off the editing option. Above to that, you can see there is a gear, or we call it as action menu. Please click on that. You can see there are different options available. There is an option called edit setting. When I click on that, I can edit the settings of the course. Please remember, I am not editing the topics. I am editing the course which I have created. So I don't want to edit anything right now. I click on cancel. So right now I come back. So this particular action menu above the turn editing on allows you to edit the course at any point of time. And what is below? Turn editing on button allows you to edit the content within the course. This is the difference. So I hope you have enjoyed creating an account, creating a course page. Now maybe today make it sleepless night, explore what are all the things you can do using the turn editing on in topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, topic 4, topic 5. And tomorrow you will be getting more details what are all the different types of resources that you can add to your course. So be ready with a course by tomorrow so that you can keep moving ahead with the trainer, so that you can keep adding resources to your course. Now I hope we can take some questions.
Yes, sir. We absolutely can. So firstly, thank you so much for this presentation, and you actually showed that how can a user use the website of Moodle, and how can one create the course. Like sir mentioned that tomorrow we'll be talking about resources for course enrichment in Moodle, and we'll be coming back at the same time, which is 4 p.m. and we'll be discussing the third part, as in it'll be the third day of this training, which is teaching learning through learning management system. We are yet not done with this particular session, so I have got a lot of questions for sir. Let me start taking them up. Sir, in one of the sentences you mentioned that if somebody is following you, they can see the courses you have created. So does that mean that if someone is not following you, they won't be able to see your courses? So can you show us that how can someone follow you if they want to have access to your courses?
Yes. Yes. See, once I'm creating a course, now you have seen there is a site which can be listed in the Moodle page. So the guest can see the course.
Okay.
Now in any course, we know we need some participants, those who are interested to join. So as a course instructor or a course designer, either I need to go for enrollment, enrolling the participant into the course, or I need to provide a manual enrollment and share the link those who are interested in order to join in the course. So there is a small enrollment procedure which we need to have, either to enroll the students. You can go for bulk enrollment, you can go for manual enrollment, or even you can go for the different types of enrollment which is available in the Moodle page.
Okay, okay. And so you mentioned that one has to register themselves or create an account. So without creating an account or registering themselves, they can't have access to these courses?
See, right now what we were doing, we were making use of the service provided by Moodle.
Right.
Moodle has provided their server, which can be used by anyone who is creating an account in Moodle website. That is one part. The second part, once I create a course, I can share the details, or I can take the details of the participants and enroll them into my course. There are two different registration. One, registering to Moodle site in order to make use of their website. Second, once I create a course, enrolling the participants into my course so that they can access my course page.
Okay, okay. So I can totally understand that this is a very useful website. Moodle educators can use this and can get a lot of help from this. But why exactly is it so popular? Any points you would like to highlight here?
Yeah, see, for around last maybe 6 to 7 years, I'm behind Moodle. I would say that as a user of Moodle, one is the documentation, the detailed documentation. Second is the kind of support which we are getting from the Moodle community. And Moodle allows us to customize. You can download the software, you can customize the software. There are lots of freedom provided by Moodle. So it allows us to learn, it allows us to build, and it allows us to communicate in a network.
Okay. So like one can create how many courses in one account? Is there any limit to that?
See, when we are using Moodle Cloud, there are certain restrictions.
Okay.
We cannot have more number of courses. But when I have my own laptop installed with Moodle, I can create more number of courses. If I have maybe a bigger system which can support me, then I can have number of courses. So various institutions across the country, globally, they are running the courses in different platforms. So there is no restriction. But since it is a service provided by Moodle, there are certain restrictions to use that trial version. That's all.
Okay, all right. And so like you showed towards the end that one can make changes in the courses one has created. There's an option of edit. So when someone can edit, can someone delete the same course if that is not required anymore?
Yes. A teacher as a course designer can decide whether to continue the course or I would like to delete that course.
So only the creator,
this possibility is there.
Okay, only the creator has that access.
Yes. Yes.
The follower can't do.
none of the users cannot do the deletion or editing.
Okay, all right. That sounds really great. And one last thing I would like to ask you, that any benefits of creating courses on Moodle you would like to cite here?
Yeah, one thing is that, see, I can keep tracking of my students' participation, involvement, how do they progress, and I can have different kind of grouping communities, and also I can provide varieties of resources, activities inside Moodle. So Moodle as an LMS is more comprehensive. For a teacher, there are varieties of options available, and we can keep tracking, we can conduct the various kind of assessment. For example, if I compare to any other LMS, Moodle provides an activity called workshop, which allows for the peer assessment, which most of the teachers are looking for. So there are activities, resources waiting for you to explore tomorrow and day after, and each one, I hope, will get convinced why do we need to use Moodle.
Thank you so much, sir. And even I'm convinced that one should definitely use Moodle. It's a wonderful site. And thank you so much once again for sharing this platform with us. And we've got so many compliments for you and for this particular session. And our viewers are saying thank you so much. And they're saying excellent, nice, wonderful. So this session was a great success thanks to you. And I'm sure our viewers are going to join tomorrow as well for the third day of this training. So let me just inform our viewers that how can they access to this quiz, and when will be the quiz given to them. So everything is there on the website. Let me show you the website, which is ciet.nic.in. All you have to do is go to the website. Let me just show you how can you do that. And so here it is. Yes, this is the website of ciet.nic.in, and you can in the events section go to the workshop/training, click here, and whatever the current activities are going on, click here. You can see 24th January to 28th of January, online training on teaching learning through learning management system. So I'm clicking on this, scroll it down. This is everything about this training. You can see the schedule mentioned here for all 5 days, the objectives, who all can participate, how to participate. This is the QR code. You can simply scan here and get yourself registered. You can watch this live training session on our YouTube channel, which is NCERT Official. The YouTube link is also mentioned here. The channel numbers are mentioned here. Participation in the post-session activity and certification. So, like I said, 28th of January, the quiz will be given to you on the last day, and here you will get the link and you can access that. You can submit your feedback by clicking on this link. And if any other queries you have, then training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in is the email ID. So thank you so much. I am sure you are going to register yourself if you haven't so far. And if you have not seen today's session or yesterday's session, then please go to our YouTube channel NCERT Official and watch those sessions. So thank you so much. We have, that's all for this particular session, but we are coming back with another special session of ours, which is Sahyog. And the topic for discussion would be addressing the challenges of online learning. So stay with us, don't go anywhere, take great care of yourself. Thank you. Namaskar.